Hi, welcome to Humble Warrior Yoga. I'm Caroline and welcome to today's balance practice. So, as the title implies, there will be some balancing, so you might want to position yourself close to a wall or maybe grab a chair and have that handy for some support. It also implies a well-rounded practice, so we're working on the entire body, not just balancing. So when you're ready, come to find a comfortable seat. I'm just going to grab a cushion to sit up on. I always like to sit my hips up a little bit higher, allow my hips some space, and just allow the pelvis to gently roll forward so I can sit up a little bit taller, find that beautiful length through the spine, crown reaching up high. So when you arrive, closing down the eyes, just resting the palms wherever feels comfortable, maybe on the knees, maybe in your lap. Take a big inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth, sigh it out. 2 more just like that. Last time, see if you can really let go of something this time. Lovely. Now breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. See if you can find that equal parts breathing. So we're making the inhalation and exhalation equal in length. Just taking a little bit of time to arrive. Let go of everything that you were doing before and everything you need to be doing afterwards. Just take this bit of time for yourself. Every exhale, can you maybe soften the shoulders a little more? Lovely. And when you're ready, just gently batten the eyelids open. So we're going to make our way to all fours. So you can move your cushion or whatever you were sat on to one side. And we'll meet in tabletop. So fingers spread nice and wide, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we'll start with moving the spine. So our cat and cow. So inhale, lift the tailbone, allow the belly to drop. Beaming the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades actively towards each other. Exhale, round the tailbone down. Press into the palms, press into the feet. Round the spine. Allow the head to drop down. We'll do that twice more. So with your own breath, inhaling, cow pose. And exhale to round into cat pose. Last time. And exhale, round the tailbone. Great. And come back to a neutral position. And bump the hips over towards the right. Circle the hips round, down towards the heels, come over to the other side of the mat and come forward. So making really big circular movements. You can allow the elbows to bend here. And when you've done a few one way, you can take those in the opposite direction. Finding some movement here that feels good for your body. Nice. Come back to a neutral tabletop. You're going to send the left leg out long. Just have a gentle rock back and forth. Just lengthening out through the back of the leg. Lift the left leg, lift the right arm. Lower, change sides. Extend that right leg first, have a little rock. Lift the right leg, left arm, lower. So we're going to do that and we're going to alternate sides. So starting with the left leg, right arm, inhale, exhale to lower. Right leg, left arm, inhale and lower. Keep it going with your breath. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Really engage to the core here. Keep the gaze down towards the mat, so you're not trying to look forwards. Keep the neck nice and long. Try to keep that neutral spine. And we'll do one more to each side. Nice. You're going to kick that right heel up towards the sky, so keeping the right knee bent. Lift the knee right up and draw it over towards the left, so you're crossing the knee over and bringing the knee alongside the left knee, taking it back. We'll do 10 on each side, so that's 2. And try to keep your spine neutral as you do this, really engage the core. 5, 6, and again keep the neck nice and long. Last 3, 8, 9 and 10. Lower that right knee, and we'll do the same on the other side. If you need to just come off the wrist for a moment and have a few circles, you can. It can be a bit much when we're doing a lot of work on our hands and knees. So coming back to tabletop. I'm going to keep that left knee bent, kick the heel up towards the sky, and then take it over, cross the knee over. That's 1, 2, 3. And if your glutes are burning, that's fine. It just means you're doing some work. 5, 6. You might have noticed I lost count, very easy. 8, 9, and last one, 10. Well done. Just walk the knees back a little bit. Walk the hands forward, just gently lower down onto your belly. Bring the forearms to the ground so the elbows are underneath the shoulders. Pressing the palms into the mat, pressing the forearms into the mat. Press the feet down, press the pubic bone down. Beam the chest forward. If that's a little bit much for your lower back, if you feel a bit of pinching, just take the feet out a little bit wider, see if that helps. If it still feels a little bit tight, you can just walk the elbows out a little bit further in front so it's less intense. So really see if you can squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Keep the neck nice and long. So just looking a couple of feet ahead on the ground. There's no need to be hoisting the neck up. And don't allow your shoulders to sink. So we're not collapsing all of our weight, actively pressing up and away from the mat. Nice. I'm going to take the elbows out wide so you can lower back down. Bring the hands by the ribs. Press all the way back up. Tuck the toes under and sit the hips back towards the heels. You're going to lift the knees, lift the hips up high and back. Downward facing dog. Straight away start to pedal out the feet here. Bending into one leg, straightening the other. then take a walk to the front of your mat. Keep the knees really generously bent here. Into a forward fold at the front of the mat. Allow the upper body to be really heavy. You can take hold of opposite elbows with opposite hands. Have a little sway. Side to side, maybe some circular movements. Whatever feels good. And really slowly let the arms go. Tuck the chin towards the chest and rolling up all the way to stand. Just stacking one vertebra on top of another. And when you come all the way up, just give the shoulders a little shrug one way and the other. Lovely. Interlace the hands. You're going to press the palms away and take the arms up overhead. Really press the palms towards the sky. Find some length in both side bodies. And then you're going to bring that left foot, cross it behind the right foot. Take side bend to the right. You need to press really evenly into both feet here. Inhale, come back to centre. And then take it to the other side, crossing the right foot behind the left. Take side bend to the left. Nice. Back to centre. Bring both feet parallel. Release the grip of the hands. Keep the arms up overhead. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, folding forwards. Inhale lifts you up halfway. Finding that flat back position. Shoulders squeezing behind. And exhale back down. Step the left foot all the way back. Lower that back knee. So we're in a low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Sinking the hips forwards and down. Feel that stretch in the left hip flexor. And exhale, bring the palms to frame the foot. Shift the hips back, straighten that front leg. Flex the toes towards the face. Inhale, find some length. And exhale, folding over. Rolling through that front foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. I'm going to step the right foot back to meet the left in a plank pose. One nice long straight line from the shoulders to the feet, pressing the feet away. Imagine you're pressing your heels into a wall, shoulders are over the wrists. I'm going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Press the hips up high and back, downward facing dog. And then inhale, come up onto the toes and allow the spine to round as you come all the way forwards into that plank again. Knees can be lowered or lifted. We're lowering all the way down to the belly. So if you can, shift the weight forward, bend the elbows, lower with control. Keep the hands by the ribs as you inhale, press up, finding a cobra. So the elbows are pointing backwards. And exhale back down. Tuck the toes and have a press straight back up into a plank or press onto the knees and then up to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Take a walk to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees deeply. Arms out to the side. We press into the feet to come to stand. Exhale the hands in front of the heart space. Drop the fingertips down to come up. Inhale, arms go overhead. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. This time, step the right foot all the way back. Lower that back knee. So we're in low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Sink the hips a little bit further forwards and down. Stretching through that right hip flexor. Exhale, frame that front foot with the palms. Shift the hips back and flex that front foot. Inhale, find some length. And exhale, folding forwards. Rolling through that front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift that back leg, knee. Step the left foot back to meet the right, plank pose. Nice strong plank, pressing the heels away. Knees can be lowered here if you need to. I'm going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Send the hips up high and back, downward facing dog. Nice. Come up onto the toes, round the spine as we come forwards into plank. Knees lowered or lifted, we're lowering all the way down. Forehead kisses the mat. As you inhale, press into the palms, lift up, cobra. Exhale, back down. Tuck in the toes, press into the palms, power up into your plank. Or you can press up onto hands and knees, and then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take a walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway. And exhale, folding down. Bend the knees deeply. Come all the way up to stand. Exhale, bring the hands together in front of the heart space. Lovely, well done. So I'm just going to move my mat. It always seems to move when it's on carpet. I don't know if anyone else has that problem too. Lovely. So finding mountain pose at the top of your mat, and this is where you might want to position yourself in front of a wall, or maybe have a chair in front of you, just to help with your balance. So feet are hip width apart, toes spread nice and evenly, lifting up through the front body, slight bend in both knees. And then take the weight into that right foot. And you're going to lift the left knee up, bring it up as high as you can, bring the hands in front of the heart space. And you might want to focus on a fixed spot, something that isn't moving, because it will really help with your balance. And then kick that left foot back, chest comes forward. So we're coming into a warrior 3, and this is where you might want to hold onto a chair or the wall. And then slowly bring that left foot down with control onto the toes. So we're in a high lunge. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. As you exhale, pivot that back foot down. Rotate the chest towards this side. Arms out to the side, find warrior 2. Really active in the fingers. pressing down evenly through both feet, so pressing into that knife edge of the back foot. And just make sure that this front knee hasn't rolled in. We want to keep the knee tracking in line with the toes. And straighten that front leg, push the hips towards the back of your mat, and we're going to cartwheel the arms down, finding triangle. Keep the chest nice and open towards the side. If it starts to roll down, maybe lift a little higher. And then bending that front knee, bring the forearm on top of the thigh and extend the arm overhead, extended side angle. If you have the mobility, you can bring that right palm to the ground. Just make sure if your forearm is on the thigh that you're not dumping your weight and hanging out here. Nice. And straighten that front leg. We're coming back to triangle. Bend into the front knee, lift the chest, back to warrior two. I'm going to pivot that back foot, turn to face forward, so you're back on the toes, arms overhead, find high lunge. Bring the hands together in front of the heart, and this is the really tricky bit. We're coming back into warrior three, so just do your best. If you fall, just keep trying. You can maybe step that back foot in a little bit first. Take the chest forward, lifting the back leg. And then coming all the way back up to stand, bring that left leg up with you, back into that one-legged standing Tadasana. And then slowly with control, placing the foot down. Well done. So if you fell, it really doesn't matter. You know, we should learn not to take ourselves too seriously. Have a little shake out of the legs, and we'll do that on the other side. So this is the side where I'll probably fall, so you can have a laugh at me if you want to, I don't mind. Our balance is different every day. Sometimes we've got it, sometimes we haven't. So finding your mountain pose, take the weight into that left foot. Start to peel the right foot off the ground, squeezing the knee in as high as it will go. Hands together in front of the heart space. Already I'm wobbling. So this is why I position myself in front of a wall. And then start to take the chest forward, kicking that right heel back. We're finding warrior three on this side. And again, you can grab hold of your chair or a wall. And then slowly bring those toes down, high lunge. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. As you exhale, pivot that back foot down and turn the chest towards the side. Open up the arms, warrior two. Remember to press down into both feet evenly. Active through the fingers. Let's straighten that front leg. Push the hips towards the back of the mat. Cartwheel the arms down, finding triangle. Notice how it feels on this side. Maybe a little bit tighter, maybe a little bit more open. Just make sure your chest isn't rolling down towards the ground. Bend into that front knee, bring the forearm to the thigh, and extend the arm overhead, so bicep along the ear. And again, if you have that mobility, you can maybe bring that left palm to the ground. Straighten the front leg, finding triangle again. Maybe you can sink a little deeper this time. And bending that front leg, bringing the chest up, find warrior two once again. I'm going to pivot onto the toes of the back foot, turn to face forward, arms up overhead, high lunge. Exhale, bring the hands together in front of the heart space. And then we're going to come into warrior three again, or at least I'm going to try. So maybe stepping that back foot forward a little bit first. Really be firm in that standing leg as you take the chest forward, lifting the leg. Really strong in the glutes. Oops. Dear. I did say this would be worth a laugh, so I'm actually going to use the wall to help. And coming all the way forwards, bringing that leg with you, squeeze the knee up high, and exhale, bring the foot down. Have a really good shake out through the legs. So that's just as difficult for me as it perhaps is for you. Maybe you find it easy, I don't know. Not for me. So we all have things that we need to work on. And that's why we call it a practice. That's exactly what it is. Have a really good shake out through the legs. Maybe pick the feet up, bend your knees. Coming back to mountain pose. So, taking the weight into the right foot. Again, you're going to lift that left knee up and bring the ankle, cross it over the right knee. So it's like a figure four shape with the legs. Hands in front of the heart. And then you're going to start to sink the hips back. So we're almost squatting, as if you're sitting in a chair. So standing pigeon pose. And then maybe if you wanted to, you could fold forwards, bring the hands to the ground and sink a little bit deeper. And then with control, you're going to unravel, keep nice and low as you bring the left foot next to the right, finding chair pose. Send the arms behind you, come up onto the toes. A bit of balance, and see if you can pick up that left leg with control, stepping it all the way back. Keep the chest forward, keep up on the front toes and the back toes. Nice, and then lower that front heel, come up to stand. So keep that front knee bent, arms go up overhead. And as you exhale, send the right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. Twisting towards the right. Bring the palms together in front of the heart space. And see if you can hook that left elbow over the right knee. And you're working to bring both palms in front of the heart space. You might not be there today. If that elbow hasn't come to the knee, you can just be here. Just don't push your body too hard. And then bringing the hands in front of the heart space once more, high lunge. Nice. I'm going to see if you can step all the way to the front, bringing that knee up high. And exhale, release the foot down. Have a little shake. Well done. I'll do my dodgy side this time. Starting in mountain pose. Bring the hands together in front of the heart space. Take the weight into that left foot. We're lifting the right knee up. And just cross the ankle over the knee. And start to sit the hips back. So again, you can absolutely use a wall or a chair, a piece of furniture. And keep the hips nice and low as you unravel and bring that right foot down. Chair pose. Send the arms back. Come up onto the toes. Right. Looking at a fixed spot to help with your balance. And then see if you can, with control, take that right foot all the way back, staying up high on both toes. Keeping the weight forwards. And then lower that front heel, come up to stand. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. High lunge. You exhale, right fingertips go forward, left fingertips go back. Bring the palms together in front of the heart space. And then see if you can hook that right elbow over the left knee. Working to bring the palms in the centre. And come all the way back up, chest lifts. And step into the front, see if you can bring that knee up high as you come forwards. And exhale to lower back down. Well, I hope you did better than me on that side. I'm a little bit wobbly. Not to worry. So have a little shake out of the legs. I'm going to inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forwards. Again, you can have a little sway here, release any tension in the lower back. And bend the knees, plant the palms, step the left foot back, step the right foot back, hips up high and back, downward facing dog. Have a little pedal out here. And take the right leg up and extend it out behind you. Bend the knee, and you're going to bring the knee down in front of that right wrist. And just sort of pivot. And use your tuck toes on the left leg to just bring that leg back. So we're in pigeon pose. Maybe for you, you want to stay up nice and high here. Or maybe today, you want to fold forwards. Find a place where you feel like you can allow the hips to relax. Maybe make a little pillow with your hands and bring your forehead down. Just breathing deeply here. See if you can just soften everything and relax fully into the pose. Once you're ready, pressing all the way back up. Plant the palms, tuck those back toes. And lifting back up into downward facing dog. Have a little pedal out, see if one side feels different to the other. And we'll do that same pigeon pose on the other side. So extend the left leg out. Draw the knee in, bring it down behind that left wrist. And just swing the foot over towards the right. You can use the back toes to just sort of lengthen out that back leg. either staying up nice and high or folding forwards. And this side might be totally different. It might feel better to stay lifted. So just find a position that you can hold and that you can relax into. Breathing deeply. And press into the hands, lifting the chest back up. Tuck the back toes. I'm just going to lift all the way back into downward facing dog. Our last downward facing dog, so have a really good pedal out here. Take any movement that you like. Maybe wiggling the hips. And then lowering the knees. So keeping the hips directly over the knees as best as you can. Walking the hands out in front. Puppy pose. So lowering the head down towards the ground. If you need a little bit more, bending the elbows and bringing the hands behind the neck. So keep a slight engagement in the abs. If you still need a little bit more, try walking the elbows a little bit further forwards. Making your way back up to tabletop, take your time. Just going to cross at the ankles and then come back to find a seat. My mat is on the move again. So knees are bent. Bring the hands behind the thighs. Just come up onto the toes here. See how that feels today. Maybe that feels like enough, or maybe you can float the shins up. Keep the chest nice and lifted. Maybe you can let go. So wherever you are, we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release the feet back down. Lovely. You're going to send the legs out long in front and take the arms out in front. I'm going to lower all the way down to our backs with control, nice and slowly. So it should take you a few breaths to get there. Really engage the core so you don't sort of slump down to the ground. Nice. And when you get to the ground, draw the knees in towards the chest. And just give yourself a bit of a hug, and you can rock from side to side, maybe some circular movements. And you're going to keep that the right knee hugging in, send the left leg out long. Bring the left palm to the knee. You can have your right arm at the side for support, and you're just going to gently guide that right knee over towards the left. If that's enough, you can stay here. If you would like a little bit more, see if you can bend that left leg and grab hold of the left ankle with the right knee. So this is called cat pulling its tail. So you get that extra stretch into the quads of the left leg. Try to keep both shoulder blades down to the ground. If you had hold of that left foot, gently release and re-extend the leg. Roll back onto your back. Keeping hold of that right leg. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, bring the nose towards the knee. It doesn't have to reach the knee. I'm just going towards the knee. A couple of breaths here. And release back down. And change sides. So send the right leg out long. Draw that left knee in towards the chest. Right palm to left knee. And gently guide that leg over towards the right. If that's enough, you're going to stay here. Otherwise, you can start to bend that right leg. And see if you can grab hold of the ankle with the left palm. Stretching through the quads on the right leg at the same time. So getting this nice rotation in the spine. Stretching the outer hip. Keeping both shoulder blades down to the ground. Gently release that right leg, re-extend it, come all the way back onto your back. Keep the left leg in. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, bring the nose towards the knee. Couple of breaths here. And release back down. I'm going to send both legs out long. Arms out to the sides. Just get any fidgeting that you need to do out of the way so that you're able to come to stillness. Closing down the eyes. Just mentally scanning through the body. Can you soften across the forehead, that space between the brows? Maybe release the jaw. Let the tongue sit in the bottom of the mouth. You relax the shoulders down to the ground. Allow the fingertips to just naturally curl in. And soften the belly. Relaxing the legs. Just allow the feet to drop out to the sides. Just allowing the breath to return to its own natural rhythm. No effort is needed here. Just Give yourself the permission to fully relax. You can stay here for as long as your time allows. Otherwise, you can start to bring back some small movements, wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe gently rocking the head from side to side. Taking the arms up overhead, take a big stretch. Slowly rolling over to one side. Spend a few moments here, don't be in any rush to come back up. And pressing into the palms to come back up whenever you're ready. Just take a comfortable seat. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart space. Thank yourself for showing up for your practice today, for working so hard. And thank your body for what it's capable of, for being so amazing. Bowing the head towards the hands. Namaste. Slowly batting the eyelids open, lifting the head. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can learn to laugh at yourself when you fall out of postures. If I can do it in front of a camera, then you can do it in the comfort of your own home. So I really hope that you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and then you'll be updated when new uploads are on there.